So good evening, class. Welcome once more. Tonight, like I said, we are going to start data visualization. And in data visualization, we are going to start from Power BI. We have two popular Power data visualization tool in the market today. We have Power BI and we have a Tableau. But we have to start from a Power BI. Power BI is extremely popular in the market. So having a good grasp of Power BI is going to open a lot of doors as a data analyst for us globally. So let's get started with our basic introduction to Power BI. So we got to understand it very well before start on downloading it. It's a free, the one we're going to be using, which is the desktop version, is free. It's free. So, and this is very good because it's free, it's good. So everybody can access it. So, but that will be done, it's not within the scope of work for tonight. Tonight is getting started with Power BI. So let's dive in and understand what Power BI is all about. It's just, for me, it's just like every other application. If you have this mindset that all these things are just softwares you need to learn how to use, it becomes easier. And like I keep telling you, for me, the most complex application due to the amount of features is these social media applications we're using on daily basis. You see the amount of features we have on this social media application, there are so much. And you will see us navigating up from one end to end, navigating, and we're not complaining. But once you ask somebody, you say CRM, you say Power BI, people start shaking. Why are we shaking? These are just common applications we use at workplace. The difference is that these ones, we use it at workplace, and the other one, we use it for our social life. The one that we use at workplace, which will help us to make money, we became scared. The one that we don't use to make money, we are not scared of it. Is it because we're not using it? But even social media is now a money-making platform. So let's get started with Power data visualization, and try to first capture the curriculum for us to see that we have to capture a lot. In the first curriculum, we'll have to look at introduction to Power BI, which we have introduction, business use cases, and then downloading and installing Power BI. Then we have phase 2, connecting Power BI to data source, and that will have connecting Power BI to data source and transforming Power BI, transforming data in Power BI with Power Query. Then number 3, phase 3, data cleaning and preparation, cleaning data sets and data modeling. And 4, creating visualization and visualization using all these charts, both pie chart, bar chart, and then a lot of them, creating dashboards. And then, we have interactive, creating interactive dashboard here. So using filter and slice and the rest of them. And then we'll have advanced Power BI techniques. We'll have this DAX. DAX, that is data analysis expression. DAX query, we need to understand how to use DAX. It's mainly for calculation and things like that. So, but we've done something like that. It's already, we've done some of all those calculation in Excel as well, and it's not like we've not done it. So, but these are the area we consider as advanced in Power BI, but we're still going to capture them. And yeah, so this is what we plan to capture. So there's a lot we need to do, but we just have to get started so we can crush them as quickly as we can. So, all right. Tonight we are getting started with Power BI. That's introduction to Power BI. And what is this Power BI? Power BI is one of those chains of applications from Microsoft. So Power BI is a cloud-based business analytics service from Microsoft that enable users to create and share interactive reports, dashboard, and data visualization. We can connect to a variety of data sources, including Excel, SQL, and online data, clean and transform the data, and create rich visualization for analysis. So that's Power BI. This visualization, everything today is, we create stories with data, and people love pictures. That's why these days we try to create pictures, story, appealing stories with our data. And that's what is making it more interesting. Data analysis is now moving away from just normal analysis to a big dashboard, beautiful dashboard. And Power BI gives us the opportunity, the power to transform our data into a beautiful storyline. Key features of Power BI: data connectivity, connect to various data sources, such as databases, Excel, cloud, and API. So you can connect to a lot of data source and get data which you transform and model, not just transform, model, and visualize. So data transformation allow for data cleaning, shaping, transformation using Power Query. Data modeling, creating relationship between different data sets and building model using pivot, using Power Pivot. Data visualization offer a wide range of charts, graph, map, and table to create interactive report and dashboard. And collaboration and sharing, share reports and dashboard across organizations via Power BI service. With Power BI service, you can share your report across organizations. Everybody can be seeing the data, what's going on. So, which is very good. So in our own case, our company, we connected it to TV that is mounted in the strategic places in the organization. And with Power BI, you can see a lot of the company, the way company stands, how company is growing, and what every segment of the company, what they are bringing to the table. You know, Power BI have the capacity to connect whatever is going on, and our own is connected in such a way that you can visualize the cells, you can visualize all the projects we are handling, you can visualize them. Within the organization, every department has the way that we are reporting what every department is doing via Power BI connectivity, sharing this report. So this area of sharing is where you have to pay in order to share it across organization like that. But trying to build this report using Power Query in a desktop application is free, completely free. But the sharing aspect of it is what we need to pay. So Power BI enable users to make faster data-driven decisions by providing rich insights through intuitive data visualization. So we have 3 components of Power BI. Power BI is structured in 3 versions. We have the desktop service, the desktop version, we have the service version, and we have the mobile version, and all of them work together. It's just like what we say, Trinity. They work together, all this application, to provide a seamless service to the organization. Let's look at these 3 services, which is 3, we can call it our component, your version, or call it component or version. So number 1 is Power BI desktop. The purpose of this desktop is a desktop, and is free. It can be downloaded in our various desktop window-based application used to create reports and dashboard. So it's designed for data analysts and business intelligence professionals who work with data on a desktop environment. So desktop, you can download it in your laptop or any kind of desktop you are using. It can be downloaded, and it's free, and it's very easy to do that. And it's got a lot of features that can help you to actually, as a matter of fact, as a business, as a data analyst, with that you have everything you need. So and that's why these are opportunities, because of the fact that you don't need to pay for it. A lot of people who are very smart are taking advantage of that to become professional data analysts, because the tool is there free of charge. It's just to make our time to learn it. So the features: connect to data source and transform data using Power Query. Create relationship between different data sets. Build interactive report using various visualization. And use DAX. That means data analysis expression. Use DAX for advanced calculation and measure. Okay, use case. Analysts and data professionals use Power BI to design and create reports and dashboard on their local computers or machine before publishing them to the Power BI service, where every member of the organization can consume the reports. That is the most, I call it the most popular, because anybody can access it. Even if you don't have money, to, if the organization do not have money to procure the service one, you can, like what we are doing now, everybody will soon start downloading it. You don't need anything to do that. You don't need, organization don't need to use it before you can use it. In some application, before you can use it, it's either you pay or your organization will subscribe for you, that is paying on your behalf to use it. But this one, you just go download it and start using it for yourself, whether you are within any organization or not. So it's very, very popular. But after creating reports and you cannot share it, people, members of your organization, chief executive, business leaders do not have access, or it doesn't make much sense. So they created it in such a way that they already know exactly what they did, and for you to have good grasp of the interactive nature of the report, you must be viewed through these services. If you want to view it outside the services, you will lose that interactive and beautiful nature of it. That's one thing about Power. So for you to get it, the best out of it, it must be through the Power BI service. So the purpose, Power BI service is a cloud-based platform for sharing, collaborating, and distributing reports and dashboard. It's also referred as Power BI Online. And the key feature of this Power BI service online, you can publish and share reports created in Power BI Desktop with team members and stakeholders. 2, set up data refresh schedule to keep data updated automatically. So you automate the data and you continue to refresh the data, making it very, very updated. Access the reports and dashboard via a web, browser, or mobile application. And use Power BI Workplace to collaborate among team members. And use case, Power BI service is used by businesses to distribute reports, share insights, and collaborate across departments. With that, every department can see what is going on within the organization. Finance can just be seeing what is going on within the sales, the amount of sales. Marketing or even finance can see the amount of IT projects going on, how many projects executed within the digital, we call our team digital transformation unit. That's what we are in our digital transformation unit. So, and Power BI has made it, because so many people within the organization, like the marketing unit, the finance and accounting department, they always see us having meeting. We always having meeting. They don't see what we are doing. They don't even understand. At times they ask who are they, what are these people doing? They say they are the digital transformation team. So what are they digital transformating? You know, so many people outside IT do not really understand what we are doing. But from Power BI, they can see how many projects we're executing periodically, and see the return on investment based on the project, because of the way we're optimizing IT resources within the organization, the amount of integration we are creating, making life easy for all of them that do not understand what we are doing. So with Power BI, they can actually, some of them will start saying, oh, these people, is it what they are doing, the amount of project they are executing. So with Power BI, you can share project, a lot of things. So And we have what we call Power BI Mobile. Purpose: Power BI Mobile is the mobile application that allows users to access and interact with the Power BI reports and dashboard on their mobile devices, smartphone, and tablet. So you can view the report on the go, So the features here is view and interact with reports and dashboard on the go. Receive push notification on data changes or report updates, and access Power BI reports in offline mode. Use case: executives and field professionals use Power BI Mobile to access real-time business insights. We have a lot of professionals. You look up on the air, you see a lot of flights from these people flying from Madrid to France, from France to Frankfurt, from London to New York to Paris. These are business leaders. They hardly stay in the office. You can't see them in the office. They're always on the go. But they need to stay abreast of what is going on within the organization. These are top business leaders. How do they do that? They connect to Power BI Mobile, and everything the team are doing, they are there. Like, for instance, you hardly see our director, the IT director, you hardly see him in the office. He's always traveling, conference, workshop, fair, symposium, this and that. But they know everything we are doing, and we always having. That's why we need to automate the report that is always refreshing, meaning that anytime they look at the report, what is going on, they know when this project is coming to an end, they know when we are starting another project. If they have any concern, they say, no, we don't want this project now, you can stop this project, they can put any project. So with that, they can monitor what is going on and equally contribute, make decisions. So it's very, very powerful if you understand it. So this is how we are going to be understanding Power BI, and you that is jumping into a new career as a data analyst. Like I say, most of the organizations you are going to work with, they are using Power BI. But it's good to have good graph, have good foundation. That's why we don't just jump into Power BI. As a data analyst, you can work anywhere they push you. You can be, standing with two legs strong on the ground. If they say, because most of the data we are going to be working on, that data BI, we are going to be getting them from various sources, like database in SQL database, Excel. So we have to have good graphs on everything, but where the main thing are happening, because this is where the business leaders, this is where they are consuming these reports. All these things we are working is to give them visualization, the company status, what is going on in the company. They need to know how sales, because everybody is interested in sales. Sales is what is going on. Which region are we, like, for instance, in our own case, where we have food truck. We are not interested in any other thing in food truck. We want to understand what we are making, having highest order in food truck, in Port Harcourt, the new area that is beginning to trend, so that we focus. So this is what this data is all about. Transforming this data is to give these business leaders insights, and Power BI become number one today. So before we even start anything, it's better to understand use cases, different use cases where this Power BI can be used, have different cases, and that is where we need to focus. Areas, how do we use Power BI as a data analyst? How? So many times people think it's only sales. It's gone beyond sales. There's a lot we can do. Number one use case here, yes, sales is very important. That's why I'm starting from sales, because everybody is interested in sales, because this is where the money is coming in. Okay, analyzing sales performance across regions, across products, and time period to identify trend and improve decision making. You see, that is, if you're a data analyst, you find out that you have a lot to do with sales data. So we have to, be comfortable with sales. Why I'm saying this, because areas I want to identify, we need to be comfortable. So many people, if you are not good with table, data, or figures, you might, but there is nothing big here. Just trying to understand tables very well, because everything revolves around tables here. So this is a data set for sales data set. We are going to be, as we are going to grow into this career path, we have to be very comfortable with sales data. And these are the steps we might be taking to get and analyze using Power BI. We import data sets into the Power BI. We create bar charts, show sales by region, add slicer to filter, product by category, create a line chart, other chart for monthly sales trend. This is just a snapshot. And key insights: identify the best performing region, determine seasonality in sales, spot declining product sales. If you capture this very well, there is no way you can, I'm telling you, there's no way you can struggle analyzing sales if you capture this basic way. Not even basic, this is the main thing. Every organization, when it comes to sales data, it cannot go beyond the region, understanding sales by region, sales by category, monthly sales, the most performing region, seasons, so these are the things. So, and with Power BI, we can do it very excellent. Then you might be wondering, I've never handled financial data. This is the commonest way you can handle financial data. And you can do that with Power BI. Use cases, track company revenue. It's all about revenue, expenses. If you're an accountant, you understand what I'm talking about. Revenue and expense, that is finance, incoming and outgoing of money in the organization, that is finance. And profit margin to optimize budget and forecast. And you see a table here is financial table. You see the table captures revenue, expense, profits, cost breakdown by department. That's it, all about revenue. Most companies you are seeing, no matter how big they are, all these big giants, it can be more than all this. Even this Microsoft we're talking about, Facebook, Google, it's all about revenue. It's all about expenditure. It's all about profit. It's all about cost in various things, various project cost breakdown, salaries. infrastructures. That is finance. That's what they deal with. So if you need to analyze as a BA using Power BI, you connect Power BI to the company's financial data. If it's in Excel or SQL Server, create a pie chart to visualize expense distribution by department, build KPI card to display total profit, use stack bar chart to analyze monthly revenue versus expenses. And the insight here is highlight department over spending. You see how we can give insight over spending, track profitability trend over time, forecast future budget based on historical data. So that is how Power BI can leverage on Power BI to consume our financial data. Okay, then customer behavior. Can analyze customer behavior. Okay, this use case understand customer demography, purchase pattern, preferences to improve marketing strategy. When we're talking about customer, all these customer relationship, customer this and marketing, we're just trying to understand where are the main customer, where do they live, what is the demographic, what is the age bracket, which people are we targeting. That's what I'm talking about, customer demography. These people are targeting, what is their purchasing pattern? What are they, how much are they spending? How much are, that is, so we know how we launch better attack on them through our marketing strategies. So these people will have this kind of data will give us insights, customer ID, age, gender, purchase frequency, and total spend. When we want to understand customer, no matter the region or whichever part of the country or company, and we want to understand customer, it cannot go beyond this data set structure. It's just in this structure. So if you understand it like this, chicken, you don't have any problem. So steps: import data into Power BI, create histogram to show age distribution of customers, build a scatter plot to visualize the relationship between purchase frequency and total spend, add slicer to filtering by gender or by location. Insights: determine which customer group spend the most, and that is what every company is looking for, so that they can launch better marketing attack and understand buying pattern based on demographics and target marketing effort more effectively. So many of us that are into marketing, that have captured this is what we are doing in marketing. Sales and market attacking these people. How do we squeeze money out of their pockets? So, and come to inventory management. This is another powerful use case where we can use Power BI to analyze data very well. When we're talking about inventory, talking about monitoring stock level and turnover rates to reduce overstocking and the stock out. We don't want a situation whereby we order, and that is what is killing so many local businessmen. They will just go to China, they will order for 20 containers. They will come back, they will not sell. You don't do that. You don't overstock and see them. Before you know it, somebody will start with such a large amount of money, and before you know it, within 2 years of business operation, they will go broke. Because they don't understand how to stock. And some people, they're always out of stock. customers will be coming. They always, when customer come to your web e-commerce or your shop twice, and you're always out of stock, they will go to another place. You know, some customers, if you read customer buying pattern, you know some customers, they are frequently coming for this. Well, you make sure that you are not out of stock for this product. You know, so this is how we can leverage, you know, Power BI to analyze and have insight on how to manage our inventory. The table, most of the time, their data set will have this column: product, stock level, reorder level, and sales. And steps in analysis: load the inventory data into Power BI, create a gauge chart to display current stock level for critical items, build a table to show product where stock level is less than stock is less than reorder level. Add a line chart to visualize stock turnover rate over time. And the insight this will give us is identify product at risk of stock out. Once you can identify that, we can always restock. Highlight slow-moving items. So we don't go back and start buying and items that not optimize inventory reorder process. It's very, very important. You know, if we have good knowledge of this, a lot of business, you know, Nigeria is a consuming nation. To understand this buying pattern, by the time we grow up very well as a consumer nation, which like good product, those who are into e-commerce are going to really do well. And that's why, you know, we're not playing. At the moment, we are trying to break in, capture, but over time, this is going to be boom. So the next is HR analytics. Use case track employee performance, headcount, and turnover to improve workforce management. Example is of a data set here is employee ID, department, age, gender, performance score, and tenure. So in this kind of table, we import it into Power BI, create bar charts to show performance score by department, use pie chart to display gender distribution, build stack area charts to track headcount trend over time. And insight, assess department level performance. They will help you to know the best performing departments, identify diversity gap, and track retention and turnover trend. We can equally use this in social media analytics. Analyze the engagement metrics across platforms to evaluate the effectiveness of campaigns. Marketers knows what I'm doing. I said marketers knows what this is all about. This is where today's marketing is all about social media, you know, campaigning, different social media. And the data sets will look like this: platform, post, impression, click, and engagement rate. So this is the kind of data we can analyze using Power BI when it comes to social media analytics. Here we have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. So, and steps: import Power BI, connect data to Power BI, can be via API or CSV report, create a clustered column chart to compare engagement rates across different platforms, build a funnel chart to visualize click-through process, impression to click to conversion, and add filter to analyze metrics based on specific campaign. It can give us this kind of insight, identify the most engaging platform, and measure return on investment, and optimize posting schedule based on performance. With this, you know the platform you should target more because of the engagement rate. And we are not left out in project management. You can equally use it to analyze projects, monitoring project progress, budget utilization, resource utilization, and data set to have project name, budget, actual spend, and progress. You see different projects here captured: budget per project, actual spend, and progress. And so with this, you can see the progress of all the progress within the department. So steps: import project data, create pie charts to show project distribution across projects, build a Gantt chart to visualize each project progress percentage, add table to display variance between budgeted and actual spend, and insights: monitor projects' financial health, identify underperforming projects, and track resource allocation effectively. If you are a business leader who hardly stay with this, you can always be on top of all the projects going on and know which project is performing, which one is not performing. You know the one not performing, look for the project managers, and yeah, you're on top of the project, though you are not actively, might be always on the different strategic meeting globally, but you are still on top of various projects going on, looking at the metrics from the Power BI. Conclusively, Power BI is an incredible versatile tool that provides actionable insights from data, whether it is for sales, finance, inventory, HR, customer behavior. By visualizing key metrics and trends, it helps data analysts make informed decisions and drive business growth. So that is what we can achieve with Power BI across different departments, across different areas, environments. So it's really very powerful project. And this is where we plan to end this introductory session. The next thing is to download this and install it so that the real action will just start. So based on this, we're into Power BI already. And the next thing is let the action start by download, and that's what we are going to be focusing on tomorrow, how to make sure we get this thing downloaded on our desktop. It's free of charge, and then we start firing. So if you have any question on this introductory level, I can handle your question now. Any question? All right. Thank you, people. At least think I'm a very good teacher. Okay. Joseph.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Thank you so much for the lecture. It's really going well. But please, sir, can you throw more light on that infantry management, sir?
Okay.
Yeah,
Inventory management. On inventory management is about okay. Let me reshare my so on the inventory management, the way we can use Power BI based on inventory data sets. The inventory data set, like the use case is monitoring stock level and turnover rate to reduce overstocking and stock outs. Okay, in a clear terms, overstocking and stock out means that we need to monitor to make sure that if we have good insight about our inventory, we know the product that is not moving. Product has been there for a long time, is not moving. But if we are not capturing all these things, some products will be there, and before you know, for instance, in a let me use grocery, where we are e-commerce grocery. Some products will be there, and they will, before we know it, they keep on expiring, and we keep throwing them away. They keep on expiring. You know, but if you have good inventory management system where you can combine the analytics of Power BI, you should be able to know that this Agege bread is not, people are not buying it. You know, you keep on, every time you send somebody to go get Agege bread, but people are not buying it. And you keep on throwing it away all the time. Every time you go. But you have good inventory system, you know the product are not moving market, and you make sure you don't have to be stocking. So, and some of the key products that is always moving market, you know those products are moving market. And you know when, if you gauge a product, like even in our most of the e-commerce I've managed, they will give you the opportunity to show the product, the amount of product before it will start indicating that you are running out of stock. So you have a gauge. So with Power BI, you should be able to be monitoring all this. Although so many of these applications, as you can look at them from back end of the application, but not everybody is mainly developers or application administrator that can have access to some of, but we want a situation where so many people will have access to these, more especially business leaders that don't have time to be logging into the back end to see all these things. So we have Here, this is how the data set looks like: product, stock level, reorder level, and sales. So if you have this kind of cell, you can use Power BI, connect to Power BI, create a gauge. A gauge is monitor. What it means, gauging the, when you have a order level, current stock level for critical items. Build table to show products where stock level is less than reorder level, and add a line chart to visualize stock turnover rate over time. And the insight is identify the risk of stock out when we are running into stock out. Products that is your key product, you don't need to run out of that, because this is where your money is coming from. You don't need that kind of risk. And when you have identified a slow-moving product, you don't need to pump resources there. You don't need to invest there. Even if you don't want to stop buying it, then you have to understand the demand, because they are not moving, slow-moving item. There's no need of you, like I said, I used our grocery, where bread can be part of grocery. You know that bread expires quickly. So if you have a particular bread that is not moving, we have to limit the way we, buy them. Like some people do not like wheat. We don't have to go keep stocking it all the time, because people don't buy it. So this will help us to optimize inventory reorder process. So if there's any other area here you want me to explain further, I will, but some of all these things are better when we start doing it practical. This is just a use case. Use case means where it can be applied. So what I mean here is that Power BI can be applied in a lot of places. It's not only on sales, like a lot of people might be, most cases it's all about, people talk about sales a lot when we talk about data analysis, but we can achieve a lot. It's going beyond sales and a lot. So that is all we have here in inventory management. So I don't know if we captured it or not, or you still need more light. Mr. Joseph?
Yes, you have. I understand what you mean. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. So do we have any other question in the house? Okay. All right. By tomorrow, we start downloading. So you make sure we have enough memory. So I don't think it is it's a lightweight application. So I don't think we'll be having that kind of worries. So yeah, and few in data analysis, we're talking about spreadsheets. Like I've not forgotten about Excel, but let's move if after, so we can at least come back later, because these are some areas we need to cover. I'm looking at my timeline. I don't want to, but we'll still have to cover everything very well. So we've captured spreadsheets. We've installed SQL Server, and we're now going to install this. Another one we're going to be installing is Tableau. So these are the key areas where we need to install. And but I think there is not much. Is it much? All right. So we're stopping here tonight, and I want to say good night.
Good night, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Good night, sir.
Good night, sir. Good
Yeah.
night, everybody.
Yeah.